Welcome you back to BLACKSITE tonight. We're going to talk about Lizzo and Aries Spears and the comments that he made about Lizzo. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Aries Spears made some derogatory comments about Lizzo on Art of the Dialogue. These comments were unacceptable. If you don't like Lizzo, just say it. If you don't like that she's plus size or you consider her fat, just say it. But don't call a grown black woman a piece of shit, because she's not. Yes, a lot of people out there don't like the way Lizzo acts, the way she dresses, the way she twerks, the way she acts on Instagram. But if that's who she is, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch. You don't have to go to Instagram. You don't have to listen to her music. But she's still a human being. And yes, some would say that Aries Spears was fat shaming. There are those like Boyce Watkins who say Lizzo is a hazard to everybody's health. I understand that, because everybody needs to lose weight and get in maximum shape. But to treat her less than a human being, to say she looks like a shit emoji, that's terrible. Here's a woman who has reached possibly the pinnacle of her career, receiving Grammys and awards, even though you may not like her in the way she acts. She's still a woman. She's still a black woman. She deserves a certain amount of respect. And not the respect in which you may say, well, this is not my woman. She's still a woman. She has done no harm to you. No, she's not exemplary perfect like a Beyonce, or you would say a Rihanna, or some of these other women. But she represents a segment of the black population when it comes to being a black woman. You would say she's fat, some would say she's full figured. And a lot of people right here, especially men, would say, you're wrong. No, you can express yourself. Aries Spears, I know he's a comedian. In a different way, he could have said the sister's overweight, man. She just needs to lose some pounds. You know, she needs to change her attitude. She needs to make a better presentation. But to tell somebody she's like an emoji, a S, that's sad. And she responded by saying, I'm winning. Big B's are winning. And right now she is winning. Yes, you may say that progressive, liberal, socialist white society is pushing her forward, which they are. We know that. And we know how certain individuals, if they promote the agenda, they will be pushed forward and given multitudes of awards and magazine covers and money, which Lizzo has received. Last night she got on the stage and she gave a speech, yes, that she's winning, but at the end she also said, you must vote so we can get rid of some of these laws. If they can use you to get to a certain goal that progressive liberal society wants you to be in, they will support you. And they are supporting Lizzo, no matter what she does. The criticism comes from certain black people in the community, certain people overall. But she last night said she's being oppressed. Now, I don't know how Lizzo is being oppressed. Society has changed a lot ever since I was a young man. The things that I see today, I would never thought back then. that I would see. So it seems like when you take a look at everything, those who have been oppressed, liberal, white society, because they really don't care about black people. Let's put that on the table. We're pawns in the game. If you looked at that awards last night, you got two men kissing. It wasn't two white men kissing, it was two black men kissing. See, we are nothing but the court jesters, the pawns, being used by the white LGBTQ community to promote an agenda. And we don't even know that we being used. Lizzo said we must vote. What are we voting for? We vote for a certain issue. We vote for student loans. Is we voting against inflation? Because inflation is kicking everybody's butt. So if you happen to vote for Joe Biden, you voting to keep inflation. You voting basically saying, I like it the way it is. And see, black people are the only people I know that vote against their own interests. They'll bitch and complain about crime. They'll bitch and complain about inflation. They'll bitch and complain about the illegal aliens taking their jobs. But the people who are in charge is Democrats, and they'll still vote for them. And we know what Lizzo was saying when she was talking about voting. She's talking about vote Democrat. But to get back to Aries Spears, this is a bad look. He said he knew the backlash was coming. That's why in this world, you must speak clearly, not with anger. And like I said, he could have did this a better way. Now he's going to be in the crosshairs of the wokesters on Twitter, the wokesters in Hollywood, and they're going to teach Aries Spears a lesson. See, Aries made one mistake. That mob out there, they do hold some sway because it's liberal Hollywood. And one thing Aries got going for him is that he's a comedian. So he could just say, hey, I'm making jokes. But he didn't have to say it that way. That woman's got feelings. I'm a man. I ain't gonna say you just look like S. She's got feelings too. You know, she a black woman. Every woman ain't gonna be skinny. It's a hell of a lot of men who like Lizzo because they like big women. But you got to be careful on how you speak today. You got to learn how to respect a woman. And let me tell you something. The biggest problem we got today is that you saw it with the counselor or sociologist, psychologist who was calling black men dusty. You got the fight between, on YouTube, black men and black women. And we don't respect each other. How can the people go forward when you got the women on this side, the men on that side, and we don't get along? We got black men who don't get along with black men. This community cannot make it in a house divided. And we are truly divided. This is sad. I want to thank you for listening to the BLACKSITE. I hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.